and welcome to our 9 p.m. English news brought to you live by RTD. My name is Anna Farah. Djibouti, Kazakhstan, Islamic Finance, Head of State received Giver Award. China-Africa Poverty Summit teams raising the new challenge in poverty reduction. That was the headline, and this is the national news. The head of state, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, came along with a large delegation today from Kazakhstan after 24 hours visit. The head of state was awarded the Global Leadership in Islamic Finance Award GIVA yesterday. Every year since 2011, the award recognized the anti-Sedition government and people who work for the development and good practice in Islam finance in their country. At the ceremony held in Kazakhstan capital, Nursultan Nazarbayev, President of Kazakhstan, himself handed over the Giver Prize to the Djiboutian counterpart in the presence of a large number of delegations from the country that make up the Council of Europe. The award ceremony of the Trophy of Islamic Finance awarded Giver took place on Wednesday, 6 September 2017 at the New Hilton, Astana, Kazakhstan, in which the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, is the guest of honor. The President of the Republic received this trophy by hands of his counterpart, the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan, for his impressive effort in the promotion of Islamic finance. It is indeed at the origin of the outbreak of the banking system in Djibouti, which allowed the emergence of multiple opening banks reacted by Islamic finance. It will also acquire this reputation of frantic support of promotion of Islam finance when he made our country a privileged platform and a high place of appointment of meeting and conference of Islamic finance. The President of the Republic was chosen for this award by the international community, which annually select the personality, institution, academy and research who have been the most active in promoting Islam finance. The Governor of Central Bank, Ahmed Ousmane, has in an interview given the Djiboutian radio television overtaking about the global Islamic finance. He said this event gathered the tycoon of the Islamic Finance Institute, number of top government officials from the GCC and the Central Asian Bank governors, large number of distinguished delegations from the countries comprising the Gulf Cooperation Council and other parts of the world. The intervention of the Foreign Affairs said that the two head states are considering the means and consolidating the bilateral relationship between Djibouti and Kazakhstan. It should also be remembered that Kazakhstan houses of the OCE for food security. Allah knows that our region there has regularly of recurrent drought, and I believe that the Kazakhstan, through this instrument, which put in place to be a major distributor to fight against food insecurity. The ambassador of Djibouti to Ethiopia for permanent representative of African Union of Economic Commission for Africa, Mr. Mohamed Idris Farah, was received in audience by the chairman of Africa Commission, His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, to evoke on the hand of the role of Djibouti within the organization and talk about the partnership of the African Union. Indeed, the ambassador of Djibouti is also president of the ambassador of partnership with the African Union. The two men spoke of the future with the partner, including the organization and content of upcoming African Union Summit scheduled to take place in Abidjan next November. The Minister of National and Vocational Training, Mr. Mustafa Muhammad Mahmoud, has held this morning the work of a preparation meeting for Back to School 2017-2018, indeed to all heads of the school in the country in the presence of the senior executive of his department. This meeting, which took place in the department, had for objective to present the circular for preparing the new re-entry of the class schedule 10 and 11 September 2017 on the whole territory of Djibouti. The Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mr. Mustafa Muhammad, proposed this meeting, which held at the Minister was to present the circular of the coming year, which a view to prepare for the new school year. During this meeting, the Minister of Education focused on the implementation of the result-based management to which all administrative staff and his department has been trained over the past years. The violence against the woman is phenomenon, largely responded through the world, is not acceptable for this 20th century. It is therefore our duty to put the term this problematic and not acceptable situation. The situation in general has improved the last 15 years. Djibouti Chamber of Commerce organized this morning a consultation meeting concerning the first international trade fair. This meeting was chaired by the President of the Djibouti Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Yusuf Musa Dawale, the operator who worked for the implementation of this great job, as well as the collaboration, and without forgetting the entrepreneurship, were present. The International Fair of Djibouti aimed to place the spotlight on production, the goods and service trade, and know-how Djiboutian company. Moreover, this event should bring together the supply of customer and service provider in Djibouti and its sub-region, particularly from all their partners around the world. The President of the Chamber of Commerce said International Fair of Djibouti is indeed to place the protector on production goods and trade service and to know how of Djibouti and undertake first, but also this of the country in the region, all partner countries. This fair will therefore be a great opportunity to gather these economic operations which to trade, invest in Djibouti and in the continent, and close them to promote the growth of commercial transactions. The first international trade fair, Djibouti is open to all professionals and representatives of undertaking who wish to exhibit and promote the product and service, but also to visitors. I have, however, that overactivity and forecast in parallel as a forum on the theme of the regional integration. It is the last that can be said on the 24th edition for the term and summer of ARTA, which oppose each year the best team in the region, but also some of the capital. As well as yesterday afternoon, in front of a crowd and members of the government, the final tournament played between a team of ARTA Verispan and on the other hand, a team of Kartile, attempted to impose the law amongst its rivals. As soon as the kick-off meeting, the two teams have put intensity. Once final, which the two teams have been called on the podium for the prizes. Their ceremony was held in the presence of the Secretary General of the Youth and Sport, Mr. Hassan Mohamed Kamil, the Minister of Budget, Mr. Bouré Ahmed Roble, the Minister of Energy, Mr. Younis Dedi, the Prefect of the Regional of Arta, Abdullahi Ukiye Dadar, the Mayor of Djibouti, Madam Fadma Awal Usman, the President of the Council of Arta, as well as several executives of the Surge and the Town Hall. The Prefect of the Regional, Mr. Abdullahi Ukiye Darar, has put the emphasis on this importance of this tournament for the young and vacancy to Arta. It's also welcomed the good conduct of the closure of 24 edition for the tournament of the summer. Finally, he had to thank the Surge, which has organized and sponsored this tournament, as well as the participate in this event. The sixth presentation ceremony of the certificate of the English language for the benefit of 12 military were trained from different defense institutes and safeguard has been celebrated today at the Center of the Learning of the Republican Guard. In fact, these 12 trainees from different institutions, body of defense and national security were able to follow the annual training, for which at the end of the training they learn and have acquired an important linguistic knowledge in English, as well as allow them to take advantage of their work within the institution of our country or any place around the world. This training, which aimed to particularly to strengthening the control and improvement of their knowledge, the communication, as well as they learn without difficulty. At the various workshop and English course provided by Anglophone and French countries, recall that the creation of the Center of the Language, which installation of the laboratory teams of computer has been made possible thanks to the mercy of British Embassy. A ceremony of the certificate of English language for different institutes has been safeguarded and has been celebrated today. More detail, please listen to Colonel Mohammed Chama Douali.
We are meeting today to celebrate the sixth ceremony of delivery of English language certificates, which is the conclusion of a year at training center of Republican Guard on this language that has become fundamental to communication others. At the end of this intensive training, we are now able to pass the test without difficulty. Also, I would like to ask you to continue practice this language daily. Finally, I would like to thank the Commander Chief here with us, Vive la République de Djibouti, Vive Force de Sécurité de Défense. Thank you your attention.
An important information: Elmi Younis' family is searching for their son Aden Elmi Younis, gone missing since last week. Born in 1988, the latter was wearing a t-shirt, and the last time he had line under. The young man is also showing signs of instability and is the nephew of our college Gobdon Abdi Ismail. If someone sees this boy, please contact the following number: 77839207 or 77118704. This morning, the National Institute of Public Health of Djibouti has conducted a vast operation of spreading of wastewater and septic system in the neighborhood of Salin West. In effect, has been dispatched a brigade of mosquito control following the result observed on the levels of this area of the West Sol. This observation had relieved the presence of the early Anopheles mosquito of 4 stages in the water, but also the water tanks level of several years in construction. Applied on the proper time, this technique of application called draw sun on the fly allows to eliminate up to 95% of the larvae of the mosquito and other insects. And now the regional news. Now the major news from the continent. Leaders from China and Africa are meeting to discuss one of the development world's most pressing challenge: poverty. 2017 Africa-China Poverty Reduction Development Conference got underway in the country's capital, Port Louis. For more detail, listen to Saeed Mohammed, please.
Prime Minister of Mauritius welcomed the contribution of China to fight against poverty in his country during the opening speech on the occasions of the Africa-China Conference on Poverty Reduction and Development organized in the Forum of Africa-China Cooperation. The theme of the 2 days conference that began Wednesday in Balaklava, western of the country, is tackling the new challenges of poverty reduction. There are no simple solutions to address the complex and the multifaceted problem of poverty, said the Prime Minister. Praving Junyo, I have in memory an old Chinese saying, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach him to fish and you feed him for a lifetime, he continued in his speech. I must say that this saying sums up my own approach of addressing the problem in order to reduce poverty in my country, an approach that focuses on empowering families to escape the poverty trap and become independent, he said. Participants from China and 12 African countries will discuss the best practice, experience and innovation, as well as more effective way to fight poverty together. The conference is co-organized by China and the Ministry of Social Integration and the economy authorities of the country.
In Nigeria now, after the government has promoted a nutrient entrepreneurship amongst the young, a group of men have come up with the idea of making shoes locally. More information, please watch this video.
Unemployed and facing lack of opportunities, a group of young people are now actively involved in shoes making in Nigeria's northern city, Yola. The young entrepreneurs have been inspired by a government's decision to promote and encourage the production and consumption of locally made products as a way of improving the economy. The economy will not build itself. It's actually we that we will build up the economy. Even if the insurgent has affected and destroyed the economy, we will still be the one to build it. And how are we going to build it? By getting one or more job done. So imagine now, if I open my own fashion brand and I employ 5 people, I affect the economy positively, said Nigerian shoemaker Celebration Etayo. Despite a high youth unemployment caused by economic, political vote and an active insurgency in the northern Nigeria, young entrepreneurs are finding ways to make use of limited resources to earn a living. A pair of shoes sell between $4 and $8. The business has steadily gained a following amongst local residents who say they prefer to buy locally made shoes than imported ones.
That's all for this evening news. Thank you for watching us and have a wonderful evening.